Hi everybody, welcome back to Life After the Woods, episode 53 with me, Sid. And last episode we completed that. In fact, last episode we finished at this exact point. I was stood here and we were looking at it. And that is the building that houses two fairly, one hefty machine, several machines. But the big one, of course, being the big iron generator. And let's just head over there and refresh our memory, and I'll give you the plan for today. Hopefully, hopefully the villagers have poddled off. If not, I've got a friend to introduce them to. I can see one over there. Oh, you know what? We'll there must be more. There's a old creeper over there. I don't believe those villagers have vanished. There was at least one banner bearer. And again, maybe they have, but that creeper needs to go before we get into any trouble. Should die from that. They usually do. In fact, let's not waste the gunpowder. I know I don't need it, but let's not waste it. So, you can see here it's still running over here. And I did look at you, didn't I? You saw nothing? There is nothing to see here. Anyway, yes, right. So we built a couple of machines. And what I am going to do, because there is a way, of course, to turn this off. If I can just find a way to look at it. And that is just do that. And then place all of that back over there. And once that's finished running, everything will slow nicely down. Everything will become nice and quiet, and there's that iron. It's all sorted. The washing machine is washing. You're doing your bit, and this is all good. Now we need to light this room up. We need to decorate it. We need to put windows in it. We need to industrialize and make this fit in and not just be a big freestanding structure like this. And I need to finish this off. And so currently I've got a button there which, when you press it, releases the 3 ingredients of the potion of weakness harming into this system. I then need to power that up and it makes a potion, and all goes out here. We need to have crushed netherrack on there, and out comes gunpowder. Simple, but not automated yet. So I think what I need for this is, let me just empty that away. Oh, no. Probably won't need you for a while, so we'll put you away. I think what I need is, and if I have got one, then bonus. If I haven't, then not the end of the world. I haven't got one. Okay. But what I think I need is some of this wireless redstone malarkey. Oops, I didn't mean to this thing. Let me get rid of those while I'm at it. So let's have a look. Create. So I definitely need, starting off with a deployer. I know how to make those. We'll go and get one of those going. I am almost certainly going to need a bronze, a smart. Do I want a smart shoot or a or one of those? Actually, probably one of those. And then I need some redstone link. Don't think I need any of this powered latch. I just literally need these, which are relatively inexpensive. Yeah, where's my deployer? Let's start off with you. So I need to make my brass hand. That's 3 brass sheets and andesite alloy. I also am going to need some brass sheets for these. I probably want to make 2 or 3 of those, so +6 of those, and that one doesn't require brass sheets. So let's have a look. Find myself some brass. Find myself some brass. Find myself some brass. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think that will be enough. So we'll have a little wander over to our press. I really do need to get this boardwalk done around here as well. I'll keep talking about it and never get quite finished. So yeah, that's a thing too. Now I'm going to just whack those on there. What's my phone doing? Nothing interesting. Let me mute it. Right, while that is doing that, the other thing I really could use is some netherrack. A lot of it, because I need to grind it down. So I'm going to grab that and I'll be back momentarily. Alright, I need to get the ground netherrack, so I'm going to stick you in. I'm just going to double check that this doesn't drop out. It doesn't, that's good. It doesn't go through, it just sits there and does nothing. So I want a good supply of that. I should keep that ticking. And we should have a good supply of you, and you should allow me to make, well, I think I need all the bits for that, don't I? So let me leave that grinding, and wow, night time is on us already. Doesn't it fly? So yeah, the deployer, as I recall, I'm not sure whether it actually requires rotational power, to be honest. There's because I've only really used it on an arm, so I'll need to work that one out on the arm or on the gadget gizmo, the hooferator even. Right, deployer requires a hand. That requires some andesite alloy, and we can make the hand, which is perfect. We need an electron tube, which means we get a couple of those polished rose quartz. Have I got any? I've got that. Now I also, what else did I need that for? The smart shoot, wasn't it? I'm not sure whether I need a smart shoot or that one, so let's go with a smart shoot, because I'll make another one anyway. And where's my sandpaper? Nope, there. So like that, and because I don't really need to do this. I can do this when it's worn down a little bit, but let's repair it and put it away. Keep your tools sharp. So that plus a couple of those, that one can go, and redstone torches. So I need my redstone box again. I've got those anyway, so that should be, I think, something. Is it? that way around, although yes it is. Okay, and then we need 2 gears and an andesite. 2 gears and an andesite casing, and that will make me a deployer which has got a okay, so if I put you that way, can I, is there any way that I can, that's going to be awkward. As a mechanical crafter, there's got to be something that will allow me to change the rotational direction of that. Maybe, let's have a look. Grab a couple of those and a gearbox, perhaps. Can I get away with maybe I can. How? So if I stick a gearbox, that's a vertical gearbox, that's not going to help me. I think I need a horizontal gearbox which has got rotational force going into that, and then just that. I think that will work. Let's give it a piece of charcoal and just double check. Okay, that's working. So what's next? Wireless redstone things. Those redstone links to bit of wood. Oh, hang on. That could be awkward. We need some wood to come in. I don't think I've got any wood on me. Yeah, maybe that's something I should just carry. We wait for you. Wait for you. Where are you? Wait for it to come around. Grab that. Convert that. Put you back. Perfect. Right, that solved that problem. A couple of bits of redstone. Make me a couple of redstone torches. And four is probably enough actually, so let's work out where they go and put those in, and that can just go up there. Gunpowder. So, question. If I put that on there, I need the wrench, I think, for this. That's transmit, that's receive, I think. And we're going to set U frequency to double gunpowder because this is a gunpowder machine. It makes as much sense as anything that I can think of. We will put U down here and we will put just double gunpowder on U, and we will send that one needs to be on all the way around. then. So you're there and you are there. So that should have a nether wart. Yeah, that has everything in. So we can pop you all away. Let's do it one more time. The whole lot. Perfect. So then what we need is, I think we're going to want a hopper. I want a couple of hoppers anyway, because I want one hopper pointing into that. And some kind of inventory to hold some fuel. Got anything about my personage that would allow me to do that? I don't think I do. And then I want another hopper feeding into that, and that's going to have another inventory on the top with the stuff on it. So let me go and grab a couple of crates and I'll be back in a sec. Okay, got some of this in, and I've been over and grabbed a whole load of this netherrack, which is going to go in there, and that should start popping those down, and they'll come out and go in that. That's all good. Now we need that smart chute, don't we? Let's have a look. Shoot, a smart chute, which is brass funnel, that, and an electron tube. Oh, just almost like I planned it, isn't it? Tip, that was entirely coincidental. A chute is andesite alloy and a couple of iron sheets, which 2 of those and 2 of those will give me the chute, and then you will give me that. Okay. And then all I need is something to stash the resulting gunpowder in, which probably could just be an ordinary bog standard chest. Let's make it a double, because hopefully I'll be able to open it. Boop, and boop. So if I come under here, pop that down like so, pop the chest like that, stick you. Just as a stupid question, before I push this any further, will this work to the side? No. And that needs to be locked, so I could probably use a lever just temporarily, just to lock that hopper. Right, so we definitely can't do that. So we'll pop you in there, we'll pop you down like that, and we'll pop you down like that. And that will open, which is fine. We are going to set you to gunpowder, and we're going to get rid of you. Perfect. So that will basically filter the gunpowder. Now the last thing I need is to control this. I only want one piece of coal to leave this hopper every time I press the button, and I think, not 100% certain, but I think if I take a redstone torch, now me and redstone, you know, it's well known that I am, you know, always a redstone genius. Yeah, if you believe that, you believe absolutely anything. But if I whack a redstone torch on that, and then I put you, I could do with something not to mark that that is not a block 2 mine. Have I got any spare? Yes, I have. And if I put you, no. Can I? Well, tell you what, let's just, we'll set that to not receive. We'll set you to receive. Let's just watch that torch. Made absolutely no difference. What happens if I place it on there with the 2? We set you to receive. That goes off, goes back on. Now I can't use a button, well, I can't use a wooden button, that's for certain, because that's too long. I need a pulse. How do I make a single pulse rather than things? Now I know there was or are some things in here. Adjustable repeater, adjustable pulse repeater, a pulse repeater. Let me just check. So you will shorten any redstone signal to a single pulse. Sounds like the beast, doesn't it? What do you need? Some stone of some description, redstone, and a torch. Let's see what we got, shall we? Rare, so maybe 1, 2, 3 of those. A couple of bits of redstone and a torch. Maybe this is the answer that we are looking for. We'll find out. There's a pulse repeat. So if I were to grab that, whack that down, you're going to be the pulse repeater, and it's going to go, I presume, that direction. And then we're going to put you, you know what, I'm going to stick a piece of redstone down, just because I'm not convinced that that isn't necessary. And you feel like you're doing redstone when you put proper redstone dust down, don't you? It's just more redstoney. And you are going to be a receiver, and ponder it again. It's definitely, that's definitely what I expected. But it's not transmitting into the block. Interesting. Very interesting. Do I need... Okay, you get the idea. Let me play with this a little bit longer and I shall be back in a moment once I've worked out how to make this actually work. Back in a moment. Alright, I think I've got it. I was way overcomplicating things as usual. I always do when it comes to Redstone. I'm always like looking for super secret methods of doing this, that or the other, and it really wasn't that complicated. No, it really wasn't. Let me just put some of this stuff away. Have I got somewhere you can go in there for now? All I've done is I've run that through this pulse repeater into a dropper which has the charcoal in it, and we can come over and grab you know, a few stacks of charcoal, pop that back and take a little bit more, whack that into here. Now that hand is set to only pick up charcoal, so charcoal's going down, it's running into the dropper, dropper fires it up. All I need to do now is turn you on, maybe give you, I'll give you a 2 or 3 coal, that's like that, just give it a bit of a run but not turn it on fully, so everything's happy. And at the moment the button's here, but off it goes. It makes potion of harming, and the water goes in. There's a potion of poison, and that goes up out here. And now that's a potion of harming. That's the correct thing. So you, that flew out. So I've still got a problem with things erupting out, but that will be a potion of harming, which is exactly what it should be. And that will drain out. There's nothing left in there. That will make its thing. Now, I'm fairly certain I could put this on a timer, but that should now go and make the awkward potion, then the potion of poison, then the potion of harming. So we need to probably cap that off to stop the stuff getting out, but that does its thing. That's draining there. Lovely. Now all we need to do is think about the decoration in this space. I'm going to, yeah, I might as well leave the last one in there. It's ready. They all went in on that occasion, so now they are the droppers, so this shouldn't be any more forceful than I say a dispenser. I was wondering whether I'd inadvertently put dispensers in, but yeah. Gunpowder for days, and of course we've got a large quantity of that in here, and I've got a reasonable amount of coal filtering down into this system. In fact, that will be empty before long, so we'll let this run out. And the next thing I think we need to do is probably the floor and the ladders and the scaffolding, because there's going to be a floor up here. Oh, that works without, that's interesting. So that's doing its thing without any any requirement of stuff coming from here, which is all very good. You know, that is kicking out a lot of gunpowder for very little effort. Now, as I say, I need to put controls in. I will probably... I'll try and incorporate these somewhere sensible, but first things first, I think I need to look at... can't remember the block where I got this lot from. There's Embellish. Let's have a look at Embellish Craft and see what I want to do with the stairs now, I suppose. That's the next thing. We've got options. We've got cherry, dead suspended stairs. That might look nice because that's grey. Hellbark, I don't think I've got. Jacaranda is a little bit too light. Umber and too purple for this application. I know you heard me say it. I think dead, if I've got enough. It's just whether I can actually get that one going. Let me sleep this rain off, and I'm going to go and have a hunt around and see what I've got. Back in a sec. Having these little tree farms is really handy, and having a skeleton farm is also really handy, because I can just do this. I mean, it's not as automatic, shall we say, as doing it and just letting it run for a while. But if I want to run myself up some logs quickly, well, this is a viable solution. So, get myself a whole load of dead wood, which is not that dead, but you know. I always think it's a bit of a misnomer, the dead, because it's really not that dead. You're already at a stack and a bit and a whole load of spare saplings. So, yeah. But when I've got a little bit more, then I might let this run for a while. Alright. I love chisels and bits. It makes my life so much more bearable. I put a window in at this level. This is quite small and underwhelming at this level here. It doesn't stand out, but hopefully that will change when we put windows in at the higher level. I haven't done any at the other side, and I've not done any round here as yet, but I have done quite a bit of decorative work in here. So for starters, I've put these waterlogged grills in, so these work. Now this is an iron factory, so I've put some product on the side. These are Quark iron plates. That's a standard iron block. Scattered those around. Gone with copper lanterns. Don't have the same effect as the normal lanterns, but I do like those. And then we've got, well, iron plate supporting the machine. I've swapped out some of the glass for more iron plate. We've got little walkways over the top, over and around. Over here there is a walkway up into the next floor. This is bottom slabs, so it's entirely spawn safe. This, I'm actually not sure whether that's spawn safe, but there's lava and it's lit fully, so that should be fine. I have replaced a few blocks here to make this more lava proof because I kept on getting fires there. And what we need to do over here is put some windows in around, get some lighting in, and there's an alternative route up there, but if you go up to the third level, it is just a big old empty space. And again, what we will probably do is this on both sides in this case. Now this is, I'll be brutally honest, it's a pain to set up because this tinted glass, in this version of Minecraft with Chisel, it is, I think it is safe to say, a little bit balked. Getting things lined up quite right is awkward to say the least. But I do like Chisel. I think it's a worthwhile mod, so for things like this it is worthwhile putting the extra little bit of effort in. So yeah, it's awkward in that respect because it makes my life very hard. I have to put all this extra work in just to do so. I left that running, making deadwood, because you know it's a nice wood and it has a lot of practical uses, so that I think is always worthwhile. But then you've got, you see, your windows, your glass panes, and they are going to go in like that. Now here is a thing, I'm wondering if there's any way I can speed this up, because this is, to be totally and brutally honest, painful. I'm going to try again with the blueprints, but I'm not 100% hopeful on that, I'll be honest, just because I don't get that much joy with it when I do use it. So not like on the latest version. Right, let me go back in here, grab my blueprint and set you to placement. See, there it's fine, and here it's working fine. However, if I do it up, well, I think I'll probably run out of bits. Let me just break down another block. And let's see. You see, now it's making a liar out of me. Now it's working. Now it does it. So what I don't know is if I need to... This is where life becomes bloody annoying, because I need to do that to get up here, to go up a level, to place that. But I suppose that's still easier than faffing around with the old doing each pane individually. So yeah, mustn't complain. Let me get that done. I'm going to do a few on the ground, on the middle floor, but this I'm leaving largely a blank canvas. The reason I've got this space is because directly underneath here I have got an absolute metric crap ton of input shafts to bring rotational force up, and I think I would be a fool not to use it. Okay, fine, we'll do it your way, it's not a problem. But yeah, I'll get these in, get a few more windows in, and we'll see how we look at the end of that, and I'll show you a little bit more downstairs. Alright, windows are in. I've put a little bit of light in here to backlight the windows when we're outside. This space is not, again, I've not put anything up here because I've got, excuse me, a whole load of rotational force here that could be pulled out for small machines off to the side. So put the nice dark windows in. Now down here, let's go and show you what else I've done down there, because I've shown you everything I've done over here, but around the potion factory, the button is now up there. I've put a little cap on that, so hopefully it will stop stuff falling out. It's not 100% perfect, but you know what? I think it's perfect enough. It's good enough. Over here, I was really unsure what to do with this. In the end, I decided that it's interesting and shapely enough that I don't think it really needs anything else. Over here, there's a little bit of fluting just to kind of cover all that. But again, this as a machine is interesting enough that I don't think it needs it. So yeah, I mean, I could potentially, for example, maybe come back here and stick some blocks of iron in the area. That I could even, can you make a block of charcoal? I don't know. You can. So I could also stick I'll need a bit more than that, but I could take that lot out, borrow a little bit more of you, and actually stack a wee bit of charcoal in the corner behind it. Grab me a little tiny bit more. Actually, I've got enough, I think, there. So I've got enough for another couple. Just hit the F7, make sure I've not created any dark spots. I don't think I have. I could actually just, throw a bit of iron in as well. You can get as creative as you like with this, because it really doesn't matter now. This is all set up, so in theory, if I were to... How much charcoal? I've got a couple on me, so if I were to chuck those in, this thing will start playing. Let's see how... So we can watch this doing its thing. There's the awkward, followed by poison, harming. That starts pumping out. Eventually. There you go. And seems to work pretty well, I think. Poison followed by harming. Now, I think we need a screenshot of all of this. Put chains in various places to suspend the items. Chains up there. Chain over there. I'm really happy with this. I think it tells a story. These little kind of supports go around the edge. I may put those in on this floor, although I suppose it's not going to be awkward, but maybe not as many. So yeah, I think on that note, I'm happy with that. The potion making, lava making beast, I think is a definite success. I mean, not the gunpowder making thing, because that means I can now make myself some Flight Duration 3 rockets and, and make myself a good stash of them. And I think next episode we're going to utilize that particular tool, and let's just go and have a look at what this looks like from over here. The windows are a little bland. I still think it could feel like it could use some additional detail. I don't know what though. I mean, I could work around the edges and chisel the edges. That's always a possibility. Give it a bit more framing. But I am not displeased with that work. I think it looks reasonably interesting there. And yeah, I think next episode we'll step away from the building and the create for a while and try and do a little bit of exploration. Maybe pop to the end. Using our rockets we can actually fly around. I would like to get an additional elytra because I'm not entirely sure of the durability of that. and how long that's going to last. So I'd like to have some spare elytra. We obviously got our paraglider as well, so that's all good, and we've still got some rockets. But on that note, thank you very much for watching, guys. I will see you soon. Bye for now.